When I was younger, I would watch and read many of the millions of videos and articles online about how to become more confident, but the problem was that many of them missed the mark and didn't really resonate with me. I always found it difficult to actually put the advice into action and feel more confident. It seemed more like the ideas were nice in theory, but kind of useless in practice. So in this video, I want to talk about the mindset shifts I made over time that helped me to become legitimately confident. Number one, starting to view every scenario as a win-win. One of the biggest things that helped me become more confident was starting to view every situation as a win for me, no matter what happened. If the business failed, I learned something that would help me with my next attempt. If a girl rejected me, I learned something that would help me talk to the next girl. If I got sick for a while, it allowed me to take time to come up with a new gym routine and bounce back even stronger than I was before. In jiu-jitsu, there's a saying that there is no losing. You either win or you learn. And this is a really powerful mental framework that will allow you to start viewing situations as beneficial regardless of what actually happens. This is big for developing confidence because you'll operate with less fear and more courage to take action toward the things that you want. It will also make you more resilient when negative things occur. You will start to look for the good in everything and use it as momentum to become even better. And the best thing about this is that it can be done in an instant. All it takes is for you to flip your perspective to look for the potentially beneficial parts of any scenario that you're in. The more you practice doing this over time, the more it becomes second nature. Number two, outcome independence and an abundance mindset. The next mindset shift that helped me is really similar to the first one, but it's slightly different. And that is developing a mindset that isn't dependent on the outcome of any one situation and having an abundance mindset in general. When I say not being dependent on the outcome of any one situation, I mean that you should ultimately not be too attached to any singular outcome, and to realize that many things in life come together over time throughout a series of events, not just one moment. For example, if you want to approach an attractive girl, you should do so, but don't put too much emotional investment in actually getting her number or a date. If it works, great, but if it doesn't, it's no big deal. It's more about your effort and attempts because they build on each other and form you into a stronger version of yourself that will become more successful over time. And the only way to become better and more successful over time is to not rely on any one specific situation being a success. This may sound a little confusing, but think about it. Even a huge company like Apple has had products fail or not live up to their expectations, and they simply moved on to the next idea or iteration. They didn't fold and give up just because something didn't work out, and they didn't put all their resources into that one basket. Having an abundance mindset goes hand in hand with outcome independence. To me, having an abundance mindset means having a perspective that there is always more of the thing you're aiming to get, and that there's enough for you to have plenty of it. Bringing it back to the example of approaching a girl, your mindset should be that there are plenty of women on this planet, whether it works out with this girl or not. And this can be backed up with fact as well. And I want you to think about how mind-blowing this can really be. Right now on Earth, there's about 8 billion people, and roughly half the population is split evenly between male and female. 2 billion people are between the ages of 20 to 40. So if we split that in half, that means there's roughly 1 billion women between the ages of 20 and 40. Now, of course, this is rough math, but you get the idea that there's a ton of women on this planet. To put this further into perspective, the LA Coliseum is able to hold around 77,000 people. If you filled that entire stadium with women between the ages of 20 to 40, you'd be able to fill it 13,000 times to match the population of that demographic in the world. So think about that the next time you put emphasis on one single girl. There's an abundance of women out there that you cannot even fully fathom, and this goes for many other things in life as well. Always shift your mindset toward the idea that there's plenty to go around and plenty for you, and never be too invested in any one single outcome. Number three, follow through on the things you say you will do. Another one that helped develop confidence in myself is following through on the things I tell myself and others that I will do, and not quitting things that I commit to. The person you need to respect the most is yourself, and if you are constantly not following through on the things you need to do, or quitting things prematurely, you'll have a very hard time trusting and believing in yourself. And from there, it's very hard, if not impossible completely, to project an aura of confidence because you know who you actually are. And in this case, it's someone who isn't reliable or true to their word. In another video, I talked about how dating is like sales, and sales becomes much easier when you are selling a product that you actually believe in, because you can speak with confidence about that product. In the example of dating being like sales, the product would be you in that case, and this carries over to life in general. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't possibly project confidence, and people will feel that. The quickest way you can start to believe in yourself is by proving to yourself that you are the type of person that follows through on what he says he's going to do and doesn't quit when things get difficult. The more you practice this on a daily basis, the more you will start to move with a different type of confidence in yourself. People will also not be able to affect you as easily with their negative comments or feedback because you will develop a strong identity of who you are by proving it to yourself. Another way to think about this is with people we know or interact with. If someone is a flake or untrustworthy with their word, we don't have any confidence in them, and the same exact thing happens with the view that you have of yourself. So in conclusion, start to view every scenario as a win-win scenario where you either get the thing you are aiming for or you learn something that helps you get closer to your goal. Don't be attached to any one single outcome because almost every success in life is dependent on multiple incidents coming together to form success, not one single moment. Have an abundance mindset that there is plenty of the thing that you're trying to get and you can get a piece of the pie too. And lastly, follow through on the things you say you're going to do and resist quitting and giving up your commitments to develop trust and confidence in yourself. Now, hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you want to check out some of the things I have to offer, check the links down in the description below. And before you go, make sure you watch this video next, and I will see you in the next one.